shortly after midnight when the autumn storm had passed and I saw the moon that had risen high in the cloudy night sky, casting a strange glow on the isolated road where I found myself driving alone through the heart of darkness. The lightning, however, continued to strike relentlessly in the area. I had already been driving for several hours on Route 12, and in about an hour I would be leaving Nevada. I had at least 10 hours ahead of me until I reached home. A combination of anticipation and fear overwhelmed my heart as I approached a dark gas station, the only sign of life for miles. Stepping out of my car, I felt the weight of the night pressing down on me, depriving me of my senses. Some lights flickered intermittently, creating distant, distorted shadows, the kind that play tricks on the mind. A tightening sensation ran down my spine as I noticed a woman standing next to one of the pumps. Her face was hidden in the darkness. Her presence sent a wave of unease over me as if she had transformed the air into something toxic. Her eyes were piercing, and at one point they met mine. We exchanged only the necessary words. I got out of the car to stretch my body from hours of driving. The minutes dragged on like eternity, and every sound of the night seemed to echo through my bones, intensifying my fear. The woman remained motionless, her gaze unwavering, as if trapped in a nightmare from which she couldn't escape. Suddenly, a deafening crash shook the ground, drowning out the sounds of the night. A lightning bolt struck the gas station, and the lights went out, plunging the area into complete darkness. I tried not to let panic overcome me as I searched for my phone, desperately seeking a source of light. The only light that remained was that from the headlights of my car. I saw a shadow emerge from around the corner a few meters away, and suddenly a surge of adrenaline rushed through my veins while I was still trying to comprehend what had happened. I froze, and my breath caught in my throat. As the shadow approached, the atmosphere grew denser, heavier, almost unbearable. I searched for an escape to see any shapes coming from the darkness, but all I could make out were faint outlines of the gas station structure. The footsteps of the shadow began to make sound, and it was coming closer and closer. I could feel the presence of something threatening lurking just a few meters away from me. It was a tall and menacing man, his face hidden beneath a hoodie. His steps were slow, and each one sent a wave of terror through my body. As he approached, I could see a glint of something metallic in his hand, and my heart weighed heavy. Just as I managed to stand up, and without warning, the man attacked me with a knife. Instinctively, I dodged his deadly strike. Adrenaline had taken over as I resisted, and survival instincts began to take control. We struggled in the wet soil. The atmosphere still hadn't cleared. The woman, still frozen in place, watched the scene with her large dark eyes. Suddenly his legs got tangled in the gas pump hoses, and he fell at her feet. He didn't have time to complete her scream, and before the stranger could even get up, the knife tore through her abdomen. From here on, it was a battle for my life, I whispered. I managed to run, hitting my leg on the car's fender. I quickly got up and managed to get inside. The engine roared as the RPMs increased, and glancing quickly in the rearview mirror, I saw the man standing alone, his hands raised as if begging for redemption. I could barely see anything of his face, but his body language definitely showed anger and despair. I continued to drive for hours, and it felt like an eternity. Why did he attack us? Who is he? Does he know me? What have I done to him? Was it just random? What should I do? Should I go to the police? I want to go home, I whispered. My hands gripped the steering wheel tightly, and my knuckles turned white as I tried to steady my heartbeat. The silence of the night was unbearable. The only sound was that of the car and the rhythmic pounding of my heart, which felt like it was about to break through my chest from the intensity. Thoughts swirled in my mind, replaying the events over and over again. Who was that man? What did he want, and why did he attack us? The road ahead began to feel familiar. Home, sweet home, I whispered. The fear still lingered, but it was tempered with a newfound determination. I couldn't let the darkness win. I couldn't let it consume me. The next day I read on a news website, matricide in Nevada. Man kills mother at her workplace. I froze when I saw his picture. It was the man who attacked me at the gas station. My mind became a chaos of emotions. Grief, fear, anger. How could someone reach such a point? What led him to kill his own mother? The images of the incident resurfaced in my mind. I continued reading. Initially, he claimed that an unknown assailant posing as a customer attacked her. My phone slipped from my hands. It can't be, I said. The knife found hidden a few meters from the gas station exposed the 30-year-old matricide, it said further. A few hours later, he was found dead in his cell. The cause of death is still unknown. It remains unclear if there was a third person involved in the murder.